Welcome to the Deeper Than Me podcast, where you will be hearing from Coach Jarrell Wallace, Fitz to the Fan, and Quadares Bessa, the Q Experience.
Welcome to another episode, man.
All right. Another episode.
Welcome to another episode of the Deeper Than Me podcast. You know, it's me, Coach, the Q Experience, and we got Coach Wallace, Fitz to the Fan. As you know, you can find us on each and every platform under the Q Experience and under
Fit to the Fan, yeah, one-on-one Instagram, yeah.
And so this episode is called The Price You Pay. As you know, man, there's a price for everything we do, and one of our prices we're gonna pay is for everything. You know, there's something that we gotta pay for before we leave this earth, and we just gotta be aware of things that are mindful to the world. So on this episode, man, we got our first topic will be relationships. So relationship can be a thing that can be a pain or it can be a happiness, depending on how you choose to do it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like on the Deeper Me podcast, we like to take the gloves off.
Oh, we like to take the gloves off.
You gonna take
I ain't say that. Listen, we like to take the gloves off. Man. We don't like to put the gloves on. We like to have just straight bare knuckles, man.
So yeah. So it's not always most politically
correct,
but we just try to keep
keep it real, I want to say
it
right here, man, we are here at 2A Fitness right here at Dojo, where we train. Just want to mention that here on the podcast, man, that we are here at 2A Fitness, and one of the best kept quiet secrets.
Yes. So I guess when we get into relationships, the way you take care of your health has a direct correlation to how you deal with your relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, that's so true.
I mean,
So
we can start with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
When your kids see that you're eating certain habits, you see, and they pick those eating habits up, which maybe no fault of yours, maybe you learned it from your parents, but at this day and time, with the internet and all the information that we have at our fingertips, there's no excuse for a lack of knowledge about how to eat healthy,
right,
and how to exercise and the importance of it, So it affects your kids. It affects your kids' self-esteem when they go to school. It affects all types of things as far as your spouse also.
Man, when you say affect your kids, man,
Yeah.
it literally affects your kids because especially when you're hungry, you have that moment where you're hungry.
Yeah.
And you have, and I say hungry because you have no control of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Your body tells you what to do. You don't allow your body to have something. It tells you, hey, you're gonna get this sweet.
Yeah.
You're gonna have it. And you're not gonna tell me what to do.
Yeah.
So it does. It changes your personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get upset because you can't have a craving.
Yeah.
You're not in a place where you can tell your body no. Your body tell you what.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it does affect your.
Yeah. I mean, like an overload on sugar, man, it's like smoking crack.
Right. Yeah, it's
no,
literally
one make you fat and the other one make you skinny.
Yeah.
But both of them gonna kill you.
Both of them can make you.
Yeah.
Both of them make you kind of crazy a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
and people don't understand. Like sometimes that sugar kill you for the.
Exactly, but it's been researched too, man. Research that sugars is like cocaine, literally, because what they put into the sugar, man, it makes it. They bleach it. First of all, they bleach that sugar, and they make it where it affects the mental, because you release hormones in your body.
Yeah.
So when you release these bad hormones to your body, it makes you literally have like cravings. Because you're like cocaine and crack, man.
Yeah.
It's a gateway drug to something else.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So since we're taking the gloves off, you know what I mean? A lot of people, this is a capitalist society.
Yeah.
It's a capitalist world, and they start off giving you kids candy at school. And I'm sure Hershey and all those guys that's making all this candy, they politicking like, hey, keep it on the hush. Let's get these kids candy.
Exactly.
But then on the backside, you see that we got diabetes problem. We got childhood. I mean, something we never had before.
Yeah, matter of fact, it has been proven too in recent times that we have more kids with childhood obesity than anything. Like I said, me being a diabetic educator, in particular, man, it's so mindful.
Yeah.
And a lot of people walk around here right now and don't know they have diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
until it's too late, until your feet start changing colors.
Yeah.
You lose sensation within your ligaments.
Yeah.
So it's something that is so mindful that we just kind of just push to the background until it becomes a pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, once it becomes a pan and an epidemic, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
But hey, this is stuff that's been going on all the time. We just choose not to, care about it.
Well, we got more information now.
We do.
And so, like they say, you know better, you do better. Now, if you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know.
So-
You go on each opponent go on any website, webinar, and you can find anything you want. Man. I don't research a whole bunch of stuff and find out a whole bunch of stuff
Yeah.
by just researching.
Yeah.
This how broadband the computer is right now.
Yes.
Like literally, during COVID time was the best time because you can research how to cut hair. You can research how to train, how to be a trainer. Hey, YouTube,
Yeah.
serious man. There's so much out there that there's so much different opportunities that we don't profit from.
Yeah.
There's so many areas that we can profit from. We choose to be broke minded.
Yeah. And then, like you say, back to relationships, that some people walk around and they might look at this other person and think, oh, if I just had her body, if I just had this, I just had this. But the work that she put in, and I'm sorry, what they call it now, the BB.
Oh, the BBL.
The BBL just ain't gonna get it. The
Hey, check this out.
hey, hold on, wait a minute now. We gotta talk about the BBL. Look, what I'm saying is, you. What they had that old saying? Say you try to put sugar on something on mess, and it's still mess.
Yeah.
Like if you ain't working on your insides, you know what I mean? If you hadn't worked on your insides as far as dieting, you may look one way, but what good is looking one way? What good is a Ferrari body with a lawnmower or a lawnmower engine in it?
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? That thing still ain't gonna go too far.
Yeah, you still gotta go get more BBLs done. You know what I mean? Literally.
Yeah, and so in the community, I'm not trying to, I know psychologically that it's tough when you have these expectations, but again, I mean, you taking the gloves off, that's just sloth.
That's right.
And if you're a Christian, that's a sloth. If you too lazy to put in that work, that might take 2 or 3 months.
2 or 3 months.
To get and you gonna spend all that money. You know what I mean? And here I am, you got a trainer. You spend that amount of money, you can get a trainer for a whole year or 2. For cheaper than what you're spending now.
You want that right now.
I want to put out there, man, is that we wasn't trying to talk about anybody in specific. If we hurted you or hindered you from anything, I want to say I apologize. And we want to apologize from our podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and head back to the episode.
You want that right now, Phil.
But it's not going to be fulfilling. It's not going to fulfill you as well as when you put in the work. You know what I mean? Your insides, your spirit, as well as the conditioning of your skin, through your pores, through it takes the working out and sweating. Not to mention that the imbalances and the problems you'll have long term from these things that can now in some cases, let me say, in some cases when you have when it's a health issue. Right, and that this may be something that could be detrimental to your health. I have no problem with weight reduction, and those other kind of things, and, but when you just don't want to go to the gym to try to better yourself, it's really no quick fix to health.
It's detrimental.
Yeah, it's a process.
I'm glad you said that too, because I was gonna mention this guy, man. I'm taking the gloves off at this point.
No.
The rapper, man. A little rapper, man. He's a well-known rapper, man. He had one of got a lipo session, man. Like he had a little gut, and then somehow, when he went down there, he got it sucked out. His stomach got flat. And a lot of guys, he had got a lot of backlash from it. And I was just saying, I'm like, bro, you doing all that when literally, if you're not taking care of yourself, regardless of the fact, you're going to reverse and go back to doing what you were doing. You get the same gut.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend more money just like a drug, you spend more money for that quick fix.
Yeah.
Because of how it makes you temporary.
And it's addictive.
It's very addictive.
Yeah, you will come back and then, you know, we see incidents where people, you know, they thought that they would just have a minor surgery and the augmentation of the structures, and then, you know, that throws off something else. And that throws, and I have to go back for this. And, you know, and maybe those glutes don't match those legs.
You gonna make some legs.
No,
You look like a
it's
pony. You
sometimes.
gonna look like a pony, literally.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times they go into the dark world. You know, they
Yeah.
call it dark world on social media. Where you go get this stuff done secretly.
Yeah.
You know, and most times these doctors ain't proven, and they, you know, like I said, one lady, she had an infection going on in her, you know, back extremities because she decided, hey, to get some dark web stuff going on. These people don't know what they're doing. They ain't have clean objects and nothing like that. So,
and again, you know, I don't want to be like I'm passing judgment on anybody, because I know I know it's a lot of pressure out there to get these things done. But you know, my main point is that, you know, it's not about how you look; it's about your health.
It's about your health.
So and that's really not the main important thing, you know, and the amount of confidence and, you know, the stress reduction and all the other things come along with actually coming to the gym and work out, which makes you a beautiful person inside. And that's, you know, and when you're talking back to relationships, you know, that's the thing that most women or men are looking for from each other. You know, they want to have a beautiful person inside. You know, trying to make something on the outside beautiful on the inside, you know, it's going to lead you into disappointment because you haven't really done the work. You know, and there's no way out of the work. You know, and I also would like to add to that is that if you're in a marriage or if you're in a relationship, you know, you have a responsibility to yourself to be healthy, and you also have a responsibility to your spouse. You know, don't wait until you lose your wife or lose your husband. You gonna be mad, you know, like, you know.
Motivation out.
Yeah, that's part of it. You know, you still want to try to keep your sexy going
on.
You know what I mean? When you're in marriage, you know, and men want to keep their handsome on, you know, just so, you know, you want to stay attractive to your man. I know that's not the most important thing, but you know, it is when I see people go through divorces. Because the first thing they want to do is get in shape. And that let me know that, you know, I know I was supposed to be doing this.
Right.
And I know if I want to get back on the market, I need to lose this weight. Well, my question is like, okay, when you in a relationship with your significant other, if they're so important, why wait to lose something and then do what you're supposed to do and try to go find something else? When you know, I mean, nobody want to wake up to somebody that's not taking care of themselves.
You start losing the quote unquote love. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I don't know if it's as far as the love, but it's just putting an extra. I mean, you still love the person, but it's putting an extra stress on them. You know, I know as a guy, you know, you don't want to see everybody looks better than you. You know, you don't want to see it where she's, you know, going to sleep with Twinkies in the bed. Waking up with crumbs in the bed, but you know, and so, and I'm not just picking on the women as far as the guys too. You know, you don't want to see somebody just a slouch, and you got to pick up after them, and they always lazy, and they got the spirit of sloth on them all the time. You know, it can bring you down. You know what I mean? So, you know, my message is, don't wait until your relationship. Don't wait till your relationship ends and try to fix yourself up for the next person. When you already got somebody there, and y'all can get together and make this a couple things. So it's important on a relationship that both members take care of themselves.
It is important.
Yeah, and health and as well as
the
and spiritual, mental, and physical.
I mean, it's like, you know, all that go together. You know, because most times when you do something spiritually, you're on a whole journey. So, you know, a lot of people, I have heard people say fast, they you're trying to get away from something,
Yeah.
sugar, so you go and eat something better. You go and spiritual drink, social media, take away that stuff. It all ties into just making a better life, Because when you're on social media, man, you always find a person to validate a reason why.
Yeah.
So I need validation to why I suck.
But it's nothing like, because it's not what other people like think about you, it's what you think about yourself. And that's the number one relationship that's the most important. It's starting off, okay, this is how I look in the mirror and how I feel about myself. You can come and you can have a fancy car, but like when you look at yourself in the mirror and you know you're taking good care of yourself, and you know that your body is there, it's no better feeling than about self-esteem. Then knowing, okay, look, I'm doing all I can every day to take care of myself. I feel good. I'm the one putting in the work. So I don't have to have this in the back of my mind, guilt about that. I'm not doing all I can do. So
let me go back to that last episode we just did, which is don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me.
It said you relationship with Tim. You start to forget about you because you always focus on another person.
And the kids come along.
Kids come along too. Yeah. And you start losing structure for yourself, and you start structuring your life around other people instead of putting yourself as a priority at the end of the day. Like I said, you prioritize for other people. So you can't forget about who you are as a person. So just take an hour out for yourself.
Yeah.
I say an hour, 30 minutes because it can be 30 minutes of crazy, but also an hour of relaxation or an hour of training, some type of time within an hour, 30 minutes that you can have. Allow and say, hey, you know what? I need just this time. Or I need to reset. I can't come home and give my spouse a hard time because I ain't had no control over my day.
Yeah.
I don't treat myself internally bad. So guess what? It's going to affect your mind.
Yeah.
It's going to put in your mind. It's going to release all these unhealthy endorphins. You're going to have a hard time with your family because you don't have no control.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you have no control over nothing.
Yeah.
And you're going to take it out on everybody else.
Yeah.
So it does, man. And so it goes into like our second topic we talk about here. It's called the marketplace. So just money, financial. That's a bigger thing. Really big thing. When it comes to anything with health, we always hear people say, "I ain't got I ain't had no money."
Yeah.
I don't see folks on social media. Like it's dropping.
Yeah, then they be up at the casino, right?
Yeah, by fact.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna no bash at nobody,
Yeah.
but I don't see
No, my bad.
numerous people,
I
man,
ain't say that.
taking trips, like these getaways. I'm like, man, how about the getaway from home to come to the gym and get some training or something? But
Well, it's just delicate. It's just a delicate subject because I really want to stress the importance of a healthy lifestyle without trying to come off like I'm condemning
or
other
trying
people,
to highlight somebody else. Like, no, it's not like that.
So we, it's meant in the spirit of trying to motivate people to get in the gym and try to motivate people to understand that your quality of life is so diminished when you not taking care of your body the right way, you're not getting the appropriate amount of water, not the appropriate nutrients, not the appropriate amount of sleep, not the appropriate amount of exercise, and that those things need to be fundamental in the community for us to reach the goals and the challenges that we have every day in life.
It's important. We talk about everything that ties into the moment. Like I said, money is, I've been reading recent time and it says put 10%, just take 10% out for yourself. And we ain't talking about 10% to spend, we talking about 10% to save, a rainy day. Or 10% could be, hey, I'm gonna take this 10% and put on some training, or I'm gonna put on something different than what I'm doing all this time. Like I said, most of all the books I've been reading, especially one of my books called The Four Agreements, it talks about just taking 10%, taking out time.
Yeah.
And how it's like how do you agree with yourself? What do you hear? Because we all are listeners.
Well, I think one of the big myths and misconceptions is that eating unhealthy is eating good.
Yeah.
I've heard that. They say, well, I need to eat good, and then I'm like, okay, can we define good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's high. It's eating good. It causes high cholesterol. Does it cause high blood pressure?
Yeah.
You know what do we consider eating good? You know what I mean? And so I go back to really trying to understand that, you know, this again, you know, your relationships are important. You know what I mean? The things that you do in your relationship can influence your partner, okay, and your kids, your relationship with your kids. And you know, so we really do need to put this at the forefront of our lives as a fundamental thing, just as important as brushing your teeth and taking a bath.
Yep.
You know, when you get up and you brush your teeth and you take your bath, you know, you maintain your teeth. You maintain, you know, I hope you take a bath. You know, or showers or whatever. But you know, how can you not maintain your health as well? If you change the oil in your car, you paint your house, you got new stereo, new couch. What you put inside of you?
All these external things, nothing internal.
Which, you know, ain't nothing wrong with having external things, but when you put the cart before the horse, then, you know, you do have to try to reevaluate, you know, and stop pointing the finger at everybody else, because it's when you're not loving yourself, then you want everybody else to show you the type of love, you know, when you giving out the energy or vibes that I don't care. You know, I mean, maybe you want some sorrow, or I don't know exactly what it may be, but it's hard for other people to buy into you when you don't buy into yourself. So that's like, you know, going back to relationships at in your journey through life, or in your journey through an entrepreneur, or you're out there and you're trying to. If you see any of these top people that's making money and billionaires, they put their health first because they understand, you know, and the structure of it and how important that is as far as their success goes.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just mindful that we keep that in mind.
So Kobe Wallace, man, we got. As we said, this is our third episode.
Mm-hmm.
This is our third episode, and you know, there's so much that in the word that we can't talk about. Any episode we make, it will take us a gazillion of years to talk about so much things that go in the word and go with it. So just one thing I just want to kind of hit on before we end this podcast, man, is judgment, you know, and how, you know, it goes back to what we listen to. I don't hear all my life that, hey, you only like this because of your family. You eat like this because this is who you want to be. You're big bone because this is your nature. You know, this is your nature over nurture. You know, I'm like, now that I know that it's nurture over nature, you know, there are people who are still nature. We're nature giving, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, we need that validation. So, they go back to that BBL, and how social media has validated, hey, girl, get you a BBL. They went for some money. So, man, how do you feel about, like, judgment? You know, how people are getting judged?
Well, I'm careful not to try to pass judgment because we all have our struggles.
Yes, sir. We do.
You know, and that's the last thing that I want, because it doesn't go along with my philosophy of training. You know, I'm humanistic. I know we talked about that before, about trying to get you to feel good, but you also have those that, you know, they are goal oriented. So some, you know, we just trying to hit all bases and try to see what we can do to kind of motivate people, because at the end of the day, you know, we are in here because we feel like we have a calling for the community to try to make a healthier community and have address these problems we have of obesity, with poor health, and a lack of knowledge about just the way to go about living a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, so you know, it's really no judgment. There's no judgment here. There's no judgment here. You know, I can't say that for the rest of the world. You know, I mean, you can be upset and say, you know, she only got the job because she's fit. You know, So why aren't you fit then if you want the job?
No, exactly. I mean, you gotta go 10 times harder.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying it's right that people have these kind of biases toward people in society.
It's a
but
job,
you-
man. Job
yeah,
has so many biases.
yeah.
Being healthy side, man, can't play a part in how you health. So a
Yeah,
lot of times
on
jobs
your
are like,
impression.
man, that is a liability.
Yeah, they say, well, this person got this. When they see a person that's healthy and taking care of their body, they feel like maybe this person maybe has some discipline. They got their life kind of like organized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's kind of like pulling up in the in the trash house.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Clothes. You know what I mean? You wouldn't go to an interview with dirty rags on.
You dress your best.
You're going to smell good, you're going to dress good, this and that. So, why wouldn't you think that your appearance as far as how you take care of your health wouldn't have some subconscious effect on people's opinion of it?
Right, and it's not to say this too, man, because everybody made this skinny, okay? We are made to be healthy, like I said. I personally think I like to be decent matter, but I'm not made to be skinny at all. That'd be unhealthy for me. But just having a place where you can feel okay. If you feel good where you at, then hey, be happy.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you take care of your other things, trying to eat better, your spiritual, we talked about, and all those things. Like I said, most times we talk about being healthy, we think skinny. You gotta be slim. No, you gotta be skinny.
No, well, be able to operate.
Yeah, sustain.
Yeah, I guess to be able to move, and function at a level, the higher the level, the better. It's not about looks, but if you can function at a high level, then you probably gonna look pretty good. You do have different body types, and some you can't do anything about your body type. You can't, and I definitely wouldn't recommend that you do anything surgical, because God made you pretty good.
You did pretty good,
Yeah.
You did pretty good. Man, so, hey, as y'all know, man, you know it first.
Heard it first.
Here on the podcast, it's bigger than us, man. We take the gloves off every time we do a podcast, man. And as you know, this podcast is called The Price You Pay. If you heard our last podcast, it's about me, then you know it's a spin-off to this podcast. So stay tuned in to what we're doing here. It's Fit to Defend, Coach Wallace, and Quadarius, the Q Experience, when we here at 6 Fitness.